Okay. What's up? Alright. So, let's get into it. Alright, so what we're gonna do is some backtesting, of course. We're gonna try to pick a random week again, like we did. This is the ES Weekly. Alright. We'll pick a random week. We're gonna try to play the week and simulate some trades. I believe I'll only be able to go back to the 5-minute, but I think after this week, I'm cool with the 5-minute. I would like to get into some 1-minute to get more comfortable with that, but let's play 5-minute. And let's see if we can rack up some good profits. Let's go for big runs, you know. We want to get comfortable with full runs, targeting liquidity, see it running there, you know. If it doesn't, why? What happened, right? Let me know if the music is too loud. I do want some kind of chill music on while we're doing this. I got this video game one going on right now. I like it sometimes, but there's some tracks in here that are not very chill. So anyway, yeah, let's go. So we're gonna go through with the replay feature on TradingView. All right, I'm gonna do this randomly back and forth, closing my eyes and picking a stop point in time. Okay, I believe we're good. Okay, music's good. Nice. All right, so this is on the weekly. So let's see. I mean, we can sort of see where we are. You know, we know the general idea, but like of what has happened in these weeks, right? These waves of up and down, bearish market. So we're gonna go in and drop down. I don't know if we should care about the weekly. I think we just drop down into the daily and try to evaluate from there. All right. On the daily, obviously, we want to throw this up there, right? Got a big daily gap. Make sure we put that out. And we'll put the old CE on there. Okay, so we've had quite a run up to this consolidation area. And it's dipped in a couple times. Let's see, what is it really fighting with here? I mean, I guess we could pull this over. I'm gonna say, is it fighting with that? Sorta. I think we should look for like smaller time frame gaps within that big daily gap, but we'll put the daily gap on there. I mean, clearly it's pretty relevant, right? What is this? Is this that's just a day gap, the Thursday to Friday, and then we have a Friday to Monday weekly gap there. Let's I'm actually gonna drop down before I put that weekly gap on there. I have noticed some difference between the daily candles and like the hourly candles with those gaps, those weekly gaps. So, damn, this is a lot of consolidation, huh? Widening, sort of kind of widening bands. That's where we ended Friday, huh? Sorry, trying to evaluate some stuff here. That's pretty interesting. Right? That wick. That's something that I would draw my eyes to for sure. We got this sell side as well that it did not tap into, which is pretty interesting too. Okay. That is quite the candle there. Let's see what happened there. So we have a daily gap within a daily gap. Do we care about this daily gap? I don't know. I think we care about smaller time frame. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. These are the things that go through my head when I'm trying to prep. Like, how much significance is some of this stuff, right? You want to be aware of muddying up the chart a little bit. So once you start throwing gaps and gaps and gaps, it gets a little confusing when you're playing through your day. So you want to recognize that for sure. Okay, so we have that daily gap. We have a... Oh, this is a new week opening gap. Okay. That's pretty interesting. And it looks like... Man, that wick down is really crazy, right? That is a crazy wick down in recovery. I wonder when that happened. Like, what time? Like, did it drop down overnight and then pull up during the day? That's, you know, usually happens like that, right? We'll have to drop down to see. Let's see this wick. Just a lot of stuff going on here, right? I don't know if we care about this wick. It overlap. Oh, man. I mean, it does overlap a little bit with the 1 day CE here. But look at this, right? This wick, which came up, and I'm sure it reacted with some kind of order block or something over here, to drop back down and come all the way down, right? Like, think of these as big moves. You have a big move up, and then this wick, I would assume, is like an afternoon run, and it sort of comes up overnight and continues down, maybe recovers a little bit at the end of the day, comes up a little bit overnight and comes all the way down and then recovers, right? So this is like a big, that was a big reaction from up here to come all the way back down here before coming up again. So we definitely want to see what these two big swing reactions were about. But the interesting thing on that wick is that we have this candle bottoming out on that wick, and the gap, the new week opening gap, gapped across it, and it came up to almost get to it again before creating a big red candle there. Yeah, it's a tough one for sure. It's a tough one. We really have to get into the lower time frames to figure out what it's reacting off of here, especially with this, like, so that's a huge swing, right? and builds up, does not take that buy side, rejects hard, new week opening gap, comes back down, dips into that, and a huge green candle all the way through that. Like the body of that candle went through this 1 day gap fully. But in the end, rejected again, rejected hard, and pulled up hard. And then again, all the way through the gap. It's sort of similar to some of the last couple of days of that last consolidation area that we had a couple weeks ago, right? Last week. These definitely might be data days. That's a good point. I need to pull that up. So let's get that. Man, it always takes so much time. I'm gonna put it in my top monitor so you guys won't see it, but I'll show anything that makes sense. Okay, so let's check for significant things here. Wednesday, November 30th. Damn. No, I don't want to type it there. 10/30/2022. Let me just put this whole range in. Let's go 10:10 to, sorry, not 10, 11:10 to 12:09. 11:10 to 12:09. 2022. Apply. Okay, so let's bring this in. I'm gonna put it over here so you can sort of see. I have Canada, Great Britain, and US on here. Thursday the 10th, we did have CPI. That created that big green candle. Okay, so that makes sense. Then what's the next crazy thing that happens? This green candle, Wednesday the 30th. Friday the 11th, GDP. Blah, 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 blah. Jeez. My lord. Lots of stuff, huh? There's so much news all the time. I feel like this is new, or GDP again. Okay. GDP, pending home sales. There's so much shit, dude. All right. So, yeah, we have definite data days here that are affecting some of this movement for sure. But let's still not worry about that, because I mean it's still going to follow the rules overall. So we can't be too worried. Look at where we are right now, by the way. Like, still right in this. We are literally in this consolidation period still from early December after our couple drops and pumps. We're right back here. All right. Okay. Focus. Do we care about this wick? I'm going to say no. We know it's very close to this day. It's like in between these two. So we'll just try to keep that in mind. New week opening gap. We'll do that on the... Let's do it on the 4 hour maybe? Or the 1 hour. All right. So we've hit this daily gap, CE here. Again, that's where we left off. All right. So we're trying to predict the week, right? Let's do some golden fib before we do any kind of lower time frame stuff. All right. So this consolidation. This song is interesting, huh? That's not bad. All right. Let's go here. What I want to see is this big drop. Like, where are we at on the golden fib from that? We'll do the CE golden. Okay. So the golden from here to here is right in here. Like, we're literally right in it. Traded above it, so that means we're majorly in a premium right now from that drop, right? That drop, recovery. That CPI day really pushed price up. You know, it didn't get out of the golden zone, but it pushed it from a discount really high into a premium. And I think there was some maybe momentum attached there. Give me 1 second, actually. I forgot to close the door. Probably keeping my wife up. Okay. So I'm guessing this is an order block hit this December 1st, right? That shot us back down and cleared some lows, and then we came up. So just from the 1 day, I think we're not recovering for this, right? Which we already know, right? So this is one of the downsides of doing backtesting. I already know we don't take this high, right? So, but even if I didn't know that, this rejection here, like, I think it would have pushed up over it before coming all the way down here, or at least this day when it rejected back off of that. Like, that's a big downward move through a low. Bodies sort of said, no, it didn't. So, yeah, that's like a shift, you know. I guess it's not really. I'm trying to think if it's a market structure break or just a shift. I guess on the daily level, it would be a shift, right? Because we're in a bearish market structure. A break would be a bullish market structure on the daily, which we still haven't had. We've had some on the lower time frames for sure, not on the daily. Yeah, it's hard to completely forget, but the good thing is if you go back far enough, you're not going to remember the day, right? You might remember that it was like a crazy red day, or oh yeah, this was a green day. But you're likely not going to remember like all the intraday plays, right? So it still will be a good lesson to go through and try to trade it, right? Which is what we're going to try to do. All right. So from this rejection, I want to see the golden fib on here. We are not in the golden fib from this downward move, which has me thinking maybe we push up a little bit more, but I don't know. We have another gap that I didn't put out, and that's here. Dude, there's so many freaking gaps on this one. Actually, we have one here, we have one here. Could this be a balanced price range? Yeah, maybe. But it didn't hold up. So it could be rejecting. Okay. That's going to be the theory for right this second. New week opening gap, we still have to talk about, but that's fucking it, dude. That's it. Okay. We have so many gaps. Hold on. Let me mark all these. So many fucking gaps, man. Holy shit. Okay. But look at that. So it was BPR. Balanced price range here. Now, usually what happens on the balanced price range is this is like a bearish one. This V kind of thing. It's not always true. But what I like to always just kind of see these gaps from a balanced price range kind of move, because they seem to hold up sometimes. And this one looks like it did, I guess. I don't know. It's tough. I thought it was to the tick on it, and I was gonna just like know that was it, you know. Okay. I'm gonna delete that because it's not to the tick. So we're gonna go with the new week opening gap, and with that, I want to go into the 4 hour. New week opening gap. Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Okay, here it is. Right. I just want to make sure it's the same on like this chart versus the daily chart. All right, weekly open gap. So let's see if this was the culprit that caused our latest rejection. I think it was. It didn't get to the CE. I see this daily. I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on here. It did respect that gap again. Okay, so new week opening gap. We come down to the daily. We don't have any bodies in the daily on the 4 hour. Come all the way through, including that new week opening gap. Bodies respect. Goes through. Bounce back down. Come in here. Where are we rejecting off of here? I mean, it just doesn't make a new low. I guess it would probably be an order block on a lower time frame there. Then we gap up big from that. Okay, hold on. Thursday, December 8th, 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We had an early close. December 8th? Is that? No. Oh, sorry. It's because it's 4 hour. My bad. There we go. 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Perfect. So that's quite a gap, though, to open up on a daily gap. So we're definitely going to mark that. Let's see what this is looking like on the 1 hour. And this is the big difference, actually. Okay. So it is slightly different. I think I'm gonna get rid of this big daily gap. I don't think I care about it. the CE for it. I mean, definitely mattered there. But we'll delete it. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. All right. Week opening gap. This is an hourly. Okay. Daily gap. So we ended down here and we had a bearish candle. So this is our gap. Daily open gap. It's a strange song, huh? Dude, price is literally, hold on. Oh, dude. Is the replay feature? Okay. I'm an idiot. We are not. Are we here on the regular? Dude, no, okay. I'm not going to look. I think we're around here though, right? Because 39.88. That sounds familiar. Okay. This is quite the candle as well. Oh. Thanks, Windows. I'll restart sometime. Let's get the CE here. So we ended Friday where we left off from the open gap Thursday, right at the bottom of that gap. Came through it and wicked up. Let's see some golden fibs on this. Sorry, I'm still trying to paint the picture here. It takes a minute, you know. Am I just gonna do that candle? Yeah, I'll just do that candle, get the golden fib from that candle. Yeah, pretty close. Just right above it. We have the tiniest of gaps when you look at how big this candle was. I mean, the gap is just that. Does it hold on the bodies? A little sloppy. A little sloppy. We have an hour gap here. Do any of these matter? I don't know. The good thing here is that we're at 4 o'clock on Friday. So what we'll start with is an overnight session. Actually, a Sunday session. So that will give us a lot of good information on the day. We got this gap here. Imagine that coming across. We sort of skipped over it. We got this gap here that it definitely played a factor. 1 hour gap. Now when you've been trading it every day, you generally don't have to go through all of this to figure out what the hell's going on. It'll get easier. But we're trying to write a story here. So that's pretty interesting there. The bottom of that gap is the CE of the daily opening gap. That's pretty interesting. It's literally the same. 39.80.25 CE. Bottom of the gap, 39.80.25. To the fucking tick, dude. That's insane. That's insane. So that means wait, did I do that? Hold on. No, I did it right. Wow, that's just such a weird... That is a weird coincidence. That's a weird fucking coincidence because it's 2-hour gaps. It is wild, man. Me too. I fucking double take every time I see shit like that. Like, hold on. Literally gapped straight over 2-hour gaps. Like, so it served no price in an upward direction here because it was going down the whole time. And then when it went to go serve price in an upward direction, it actually just gapped all the way over them. So we gotta go back up, man. There's no way that we don't go back up and serve price upward on these ones. So that's a huge bias point there. Like 2 times. Now, hold on. We have, this is from the CPI, yeah? This is Wednesday, November 30th. This was GDP. Yes, sir. I gotta put in extra reps when you had a bad week, you know? All right. Let's look at this. This big gap here. And we only serve price upwards in this move. Serve some down, serve some down, serve some down, right? Skipped serving up and served some down. I don't really care about that gap anymore, to be honest. I'm more interested in these two. Yeah. Me too, man. Me too. I thought from this, sorry, let me get back to here. I thought from this, I am going to get rid of that CE. I don't care about that CE anymore. I don't think. Not right now anyway. From this, I thought for sure we got to go back down. Like we hit the CE. But the one thing that had me thinking maybe more upside was the golden fib, because that would take us up into here if we got a golden retrace. So I'm actually thinking upside now. We'll want to see, obviously, the overnight moves, and that's a fucking juicy one right there. Okay, dude, that's a juicy one right here. That CE is right in the golden area of this drop. See if that wick, and that's a crazy wick. It's a fucking crazy wick. Like we came down and just came right back up and then drop, and we're coming back up from hitting this CE, right? That held it up. Come back up. I think we go to that CE. Oh man, I wish I had some something good to drink. Just got some Cokes, which are good too. Coke Zero, you know. Okay. That's a crazy opening gap, by the way. We went straight down from that. Okay, let's go back into 1 hour. We have a better bias, I think, now. I think we have a better bias. And our target is that 40, 41, 25. We just had held up onto this daily opening gap. We served more downside to these gaps. I'm going to ignore them right now because we can basically, I think, use the daily opening gap. We just gotta, no, I don't want to make the chart too confusing. We just need to know that within this daily opening gap, there's a CE basically in the middle here and then here. But we have this daily gap here. We have the CE of that. We have the, what is that, new week opening gap, I think, CE of that. And then we have the CE of that wick that we saw earlier, which is our final target, I believe. Okay. We got a good, I think we got a good narrative going on here. Here's some sell side. Do we go and grab that before heading up? I don't know. I don't know. Let's mark out some buy side. Intermediate targets, you know. We have these 15-minute gaps above. We really had some good displacement down through swing lows on the 15-minute. But what are we coming back down into? Yeah, I think we might just go grab that before going up. That seems to make some sense. That's the last. I mean, there's other sell side targets, of course, but juicy ones. I mean, this is a juicy one. Grab that, head up for that. Maybe do some retraces back up. We're planning the week. And then big target 40, 41, 25. Which is an order block, right? It's right into that order block. I mean, so that's, we do have a little bit of downward movement, but we get a strong displacement. We get one here, kind of. We get another strong displacement. That's a strong displacement through a gap, through some CEs, come back up, reject off CE, and then head down into all this mess. So coming back up to that, that's a fairly strong order block, I would think. But let's go one more level into the 5-minute. Okay. And we're going to start. Now remember, this is end of the day on a Friday. Let's see what kind of economic shit we have going on for Monday. I mean, Sunday evening shouldn't be anything. 9th. So December 9th. Oh wait, I have the wrong thing. Why fast if I wasn't? Plead the 5th. Yeah, yeah, just be honest. I would say it's not a bad idea, but just be honest for sure. Honesty's the best. I told my wife exactly the struggles I had all week, man. And it's tough. It's tough. Where'd it go? Have yourself a nice bev. Okay. Monday. We have the British GDP number that came out at 2 a.m. So we should see something in the overnight session that would do that. Yeah, man, I need to do some stuff like that. A nice little like rum and coke would be great. I never have that shit on hand though. Okay. So we're not gonna trade. We're gonna trade this like we would normally trade, right? Like wait for. I'm gonna say, wait for New York. Usually I'm not up and like ready to trade by 8 or before that. So I'm not gonna try to do anything there. But if I see something at like 8:30, maybe I might join in. But okay, let's get into this now. All right, so we're on the 5 minute and we're gonna just go at 3x. All right, you ready? So before we hit start, the current bias is grab the sell side liquidity. Actually, let me see where it opens Sunday. Okay. That's interesting. That's Sunday. It ran up and took highs. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go 1x. Hello, girl. Yeah. Yeah. So Nate, I mean, I do have a lot of friends that met their significant other at bars. I met many a girl at a bar in my times. Not the best. Definitely depends on the bar. But the bars I was hanging out at, not the best for a wife material usually. But what you got to do is you got to find the girls that are there for like an event, like a special occasion, right? Don't find one that's there very often, right? Because that'll be a problem. All right. Let's move forward. So, okay. The initial bias of it grabbing this seems pretty good, right? Because it took buy side first. So that usually means we're going to head down. So let's see what happens once it gets to sell side. Oh God, it just did it right there. That was really fucking fast. So we're working on 5 minutes, right? Yeah, it's fucking 5 minutes in. Like, we're 15 minutes into Sunday opening and it already grabbed that sell side. All right. I guess we weren't that far off, but damn, that seemed quick. All right, let's see where we're going. Remember, I don't want to trade this. We're just seeing where it's going. Yeah. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, we're pulling a reversal. Now this is Sunday, so we don't really care. Let's see how the night plays out. Let's just play it. Let me mark so I don't forget. Let's mark out London open. Okay. And let's mark out 8:30 so we know when we're getting close. Let's go 3x. So it's just chilling, right? I mean, this is overnight, so it's just normal. The big thing is we grab that sell side, right? So what we're looking for is... Actually, this is looking really good for our theory. That's looking really, really good. So we can clear the sell side. We got that. Isn't that crazy how, like, we just knew. We just knew. You guys knew it. I knew it. You knew it. That was the closest sell side. Or that's the closest liquidity pool, right? Big liquidity pool. Let's go for that first. We need to take advantage of that shit, man. We knew it. We knew that was going to happen. Especially when this wicked up and took this little baby, this little baby liquidity up here. You know where it's going to go. It's going to go for the big boy down here. Clear manipulation. All right. So this is looking pretty good heading into London Open. It's building up some liquidity underneath for it to grab and go. All right. So we'll slow it down once we get to London. Okay. Let's slow it down. So what do we have here? On a 5 minute. We're going to work on a 5 minute only. We have a gap here. Did that hold up? Not really. Doesn't really matter. We can draw it out. This broke through it, right? We have a gap here. But I think the big thing is we have relative equals here. And then everything else is a little far away. Remember, our bias now, in my opinion, is, I mean, definitely this buy side here, but I think that's going to be, that's just too easy pickings. For the London session, obviously that goes a little bit into the New York session too. This is a big buy side target, right? It's very far away. So I don't know how far we get towards that, but I think that is more of my bias than this is, unless it's just a quick wick down, but that's a pretty far wick down, but it is a big news event for London. It was GDP. So it could. Let's see what happens on the first 5 minute London candle here. I'm guessing sell side. Okay. Sell side. Equal lows, right? So what did we say before this? Equal lows right there. That's the big target. I guess I should mark these with like a magnet so we can remember what we're talking about. Now, I think that would be enough to start an upward movement. We do have this volume imbalance. It's a very odd one because I think it's more than one tick. No, it's just one tick. Never mind. I don't know if that matters. My next guess is that we go up. Okay. Just sort of chilling. I mean, it's got to take this, right? Like, London at least has to take that. There's no way it leaves that. That's the next liquidity grab for sure. Oh, there it goes. Literally the next candle. And it displaced through it. Displaced it hard. All right. Lots of stuff up here. I'm not going to mark all these gaps, but you guys see them. Like, fucking huge gap there. Like, there's just a lot going on here. So I don't know how it'll trudge through, but let's see. I think it's just going to work its way up. Now we do have a... Okay, we have a volume balance, which it's on right now. Yeah, I would have just banked on that, huh? It's crazy how much clearer you see it when there's no money on the line, when it's not live, when you're just stopping and taking a second to evaluate. We have this time too. Like, that's the thing that, like, I don't do when it's live as much as I need to, as I should. I do it, but I don't do it enough. Just take a fucking second, man. Just stop and look at the chart. And where are we? What makes sense to go to, right? I don't do that enough. I get too caught up in my idea. Oh, is that a reversal? Oh, let's see. Like, looking at every tick, you know? And I'm just... ICT was talking about this one day. You know, talking about, like, not being able to see the forest through the trees, right? I think that's a great little phrase, and that's a big problem with a lot of traders. You know, you get so fucking hyper focused on every little movement that you're not seeing the big picture. You look at the big picture, that was fucking obvious, right? Relative equals. We took a big liquidity down here before London opened. It starts heading up. It grabs these relative equals first. This is all, like, fucking in the playbook, man. Like, this is going by the playbook exactly. Grab liquidity and make a run. What's the next liquidity? Right here, right? Okay. Is it gonna go down there? No, because maybe, right? But our big target is way up here. And it's not probably going to do that today. But that's our next big target for the next, like, real run. And I think anything other than that is going to be a pullback. So we can look for those pullbacks for sure. But anyway, sorry, rant over. Volume imbalance. We had a little breakthrough, break back, hit again. We'll see if that acts as sort of like a resistance there. I don't think it does, but let's see what time we're at. I don't know London as well, so we might just chill. Remember this, we have a CE here. This is a CE of a weekly gap, I believe. If I don't see the trade and the money going up and down, I'm less stressed. Yeah, man. It's fucking crazy, dude. As soon as, and maybe that's a problem with the way I trade too, now that I'm on the prop account, because as soon as you enter the trade, you see every tick, you see the money change. Plus 1250, plus 25. Ooh, plus 1250. Oh, 0. Negative 25, negative 50. Oh no. And you start thinking, oh my God, did I see this wrong? No, that must have been a reversal. Oh no. I thought it was just a pullback. It might be a break. And you just play through all this shit in your head. Need to just step back, man. That's the big thing. I need to just step back and see what makes actual sense on the larger picture. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going on this. I think we continue up, yeah. But that was a little speed bump, right? And this CE, I think, would provide a little bit of a speed bump as well. The bodies are holding on it. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, bodies are holding really well on that. So that might be left for New York session. But let's see. We're building some sell-side liquidity here. You see that? For 8:30. So we've taken a lot of buy-side, right? Well, not a lot of buy-side. There was only this and then these huge gaps that it's just working through. We're coming up on 8:30, and we've literally just broken through. So this scenario is very common as well. So we're coming up on another point of the day where a move can form, right? It doesn't mean it's going to, but a move can form. We have, you know, these aren't super straight, but it's a little bit of a, like, think of it as like a little cliff, right? That it's sitting on. It's sitting on a tabletop or whatever, right? And then we have a move up. Now, we've taken buy side. When this hits, what I think, if we're going to continue up, it might wait till 9:30, and let's make sure we have that marked out too. Might wait for 9:30, but I think it'll start the move by going and grabbing the sell side here. So we'll mark that sell side. We can delete this buy side. We got a big old gap there. Look at that. All right, let's play through these couple. So 8:30, I'm thinking we sweep the sell side. Okay. So let me get rid of this. Okay. It didn't sweep that one, but it did sweep this one. Oh, excuse me. That could be enough. It created that swing low. It could be enough, and it could just be leaving that for 9:30 as well. So keep that in mind. So let's move forward till 9:30. So it took buy side. There we go. It swept that sell side before 9:30. That's pretty interesting. All right, so we're gonna have to figure out what makes sense for 9:30. We're flirting with the CE, daily opening gap. Remember, I still feel bullish overall on the next couple of days, I guess. Let's see where we head. Okay. 9:30 approaches. Next tick is 9:30. So let's evaluate. We are sitting on our computer. We're waiting for 9:30. Fucking, rubbing our hands together. Ooh, can't wait to get in some trades. All right. Where are we heading? Took a lot of buy side through London. 8:30. Went for sell side first, but not the full one. The little one. Little sell side. Then came up. Took buy side. And then lower low. Okay. So I think that would be called a breaker. I am not very good at breakers. But higher high, lower low, higher high, even higher high, even lower low. I believe this candle is a bearish breaker. Right on the CE as well. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up the T-Trades video about breakers, and we can learn. Breaker block simplified. All right.
These up close.
I've watched this so many times, and I still... Okay. So here's a bearish breaker. High, low, higher high, lower low. When that high to low forms, the down candle in that is the breaker. Okay. So high, low, higher high, lower low, high, low. Okay, so I think it's saying this whole thing maybe? Or did I have it right? Higher, high. Yeah. Yeah, this whole thing. Okay. So it would actually be this whole section that we wouldn't want violated, right? So I guess it's really the top of that for it to be a confirmed breaker. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. I don't know. I'm not super confident in breakers, but I think this is a bearish breaker. 930 hasn't hit yet though. If we are to go lower, like in a more sustained run, you know, taking these lows or something, like you were saying, Nate, the low of London, right? Which would be down here. Right? If we were to do a more sustained run, it's not even that far away. We would want to get these highs first, I think, right? We'll grab these highs. So let's see what 930 does. And that would be, you know, between 930 and 10 is when, oh, I put previous high day, is when you'd want to see it grab that and then make the real run. Okay, let's go. Oh, shit, sorry. I can't see the name of the other person typing, but I'm thinking it's 7BYK, right? Is it? I'm guessing. You can confirm later. But Nate, you got a little credit, even though you didn't say it. All right. So it doesn't get that high, but it does get that high. 7BRK, nice. I don't know why it doesn't have a name on your thing. Breaker held. So that's a good sign of a more bearish move for sure. So 930 candle, breaker held, and it swept a high. So, and it touched a low. Do we come all the way down here? Yeah, possible. Oh, you're on sell. Nice, nice. Okay. I can sort of kind of get behind that, even though I'm bullish. I can sort of get behind that. Okay. Yeah. I can definitely get behind it now, right? So let's see what we got here. We have a 5-minute gap here. I just don't know if I can get behind it going all the way down here. I don't know. I mean, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's put that gap out there. We're going to take the breaker away. That served its purpose. All right, let's go. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. What happened here? We held right on the CE of that 5-minute gap, motherfucker. Look at that shit, dude. Okay, now, you ready for this magic? Let's see if this works out. It might not, and I might just look like a retard, but sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. Ahaha! Look at that, guys. Like I said, we're on a bull run, all right? We're on a bull run. This is a pullback. From this low to that high, we're golden fibbing inside this 5-minute gap right on the CE, and we're heading back up, baby. We're heading back up. I knew it wouldn't come down for that. Now watch, it's gonna come right down for that. All right, let's see what we do. Ooh, spicy candle there. Oh shit. I need to play the 5 minute, dude. I'm pretty good at the 5 minute. This is looking nice. Now, we did sort of hit equal highs here. Our next liquidity, right? Is here, of course. We're at 9:45, guys. Still early. All right, let's see it take that liquidity. It's doing big waves, but I still feel it. Okay, took that liquidity. Now where are we going? Are we continuing this run? We took that liquidity. We took this little, not really swing low, but took that liquidity. 5 minute gap. Came off that. We open a new 5 minute gap here. I'm actually not 100% certain on where we're going next, but if I had to guess, I would say we're coming back for that gap. Are we coming back for that gap? Yeah. Yeah, if I had to say, we're coming back for that gap. Okay. 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 Holy shit, dude. Why can I not make money? Oh my god, bro. I need to just play like this. Okay. Then we continue, right? Dude, this shit blows my mind every time. I'm like, how? I need to stop playing 1 minute for sure, dude. For sure. You know, we haven't displaced over any of these swing highs. We might just consolidate a little bit. Actually, let's see. I'm actually feeling a little bit of a pushback to this gap. Yeah, I look too much at the 1 minute. Guys, this is opening my eyes a lot. I need to stop fucking around and trying to be ICT playing 1 minute charts. I'll play the 5 minute, man. All right. So this next candle is going to show me a lot. But I think I need to see a good push here. Or I think we're coming back down into this 5 minute one. Okay. Cool. We got a good push through the CE. This should open a gap, hopefully. Nope. Nah, we're just fucking around now. It's 10:50. Okay, we're back to that gap. Okay, there we go. We got a good displacement. Look at that. Look at that sucker. Okay, so what do we have here? A little bit of consolidation, manipulation, distribution action. Yeah, seems like it. We're going for this 399825 for sure. It is 11 o'clock. We did hit the bottom of a gap, but I think we still go for it. Okay. Created a gap, went back into the gap. Now that gap's pretty high, but we did have a strong displacement. So let's see if it'll come back to this gap. I don't think, I'm not feeling like it will, but it might because we're very close to lunch. 11:15. No, it's not going to. It's going for that buy side. Go, go, go. Oh, oh. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, okay. We're at 11:35. Yeah, I don't think it's grabbing that buy side before lunch, huh? I think it's gonna just piddle around here. That's a tough gap. Oh, we're at lunch. It's making the push at the start of lunch. Now, one thing to be aware of, we do have an order block. Yeah. Let me just mark the bottom of it. Bearish order block. We did crack it. All right. Yeah, 11:50 to push on this swing high. We actually displaced on it. Let's see what lunch does. For more upside, I think we would want lunch to come down and take this, right? We did hit an order block, so I think we should get a reaction down. There we go. Okay, lunch is just doing its thing. It did create. Now, no, I think this 11:30 is what it should go for. No, it's not. The order block's holding up. Yeah, lunch grabbing highs is concerning for more bullish runs. Okay. See what we did there? Right on the 1 o'clock candle, we did grab that buy side target. So our next buy side target is way up there and then way up here, and then our final one for like the week is way up there, right? So a retrace makes sense here. What are we retracing to? I mean, we can golden fib this, right? And come back down into here. I don't know. I don't know. This is 9 o'clock. Oops. Push up. Buy side. We're definitely getting this, right? So let's mark that target. We can take, oh, we'll keep that buy side target out. We can take this order block out. It shouldn't matter anymore. And then these gaps are the other targets, right? And then I think if we make a sustained run in the afternoon, we got to see if this move is going to be like a Judas swing to start the lunch period and like come down and take this and then take off. You know, I have a little, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Let's, that slight bias maybe towards grabbing one and running. That's all I'll say. Slight, very slight. I want to see how it looks. Okay. So we actually grabbed this swing low and put in a good candle there. Let's mark this bearish gap. All right. Want to keep that in mind because it could be that we go back into there and we just drop. Okay. Nah. Looky there. We had a volume imbalance, right? Stopped right at the C. This shit is so ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. I think just playing the 5-minute is just the thing to do. Like, it follows the fucking rules, man. That's what I like. I like when things follow the rules. All right, let's mark. We got to make sure we're keeping an eye on 4 o'clock, right? That's our end of day. So with end of day, not too far away, it does make sense that we do a little deeper dive into here, right? So, yes, sir. I know, I got to start playing these things, man. All right, so let's see how it handles this gap. It's pushing through. Nice. That's fucking strong, man. All right. So the initial thought of it grabbing one sell side target, I thought it was going to be this. Ended up being this swing low. And then continuing the run up. Might be true. Let's see. This is looking good. I mean, we're at 145, right? If we do continue up, there are other targets. I just marked the fucking big ones, you know. But it could go for a big one. There's a ton of them. Ton of them, ton of them, ton of them. All right. So we're feeling pretty bullish right now. Let's go. See how it reacts. All right, it closed up any potential gap there. Came back in to the 5-minute gap. We definitely don't want to see displacement through that CE again. What is this line? Oh, that's the top of the weekly opening gap, new week opening gap. Interesting. That seems to be pretty significant. Okay, we got CE came back through and held within. All right, we're getting out of that gap. Oh, are we? No, we're not. We're just piddling around in here, huh? All right, so high of the day is a definite target, right? It's not doing much movement anymore. High of the day is a target, and I think 4002.25 is a target still. But let's see. Okay. High of the day hit. Where are we at? We're at 250. Boys, we could make a run. We could make a run on that. Okay, that's a big target we did just hit. I mean, these are big highs here. Let's actually put this on the biggest high there. But we displaced it. Displaced it pretty good. I'm going to call 401150. Let's see how it goes. Nice. 401150. Boom. Fucking target destroyed. Definitely not enough to to get up to that one, 402400. I don't think, I mean, it's not that far, but we are at 310. So if anything, I think we consolidate a little bit. Maybe we hit 402250, which is the CE of the 1 day gap here, right? Yeah, 402250. So let's see, I mean, look at our day so far. Extremely bullish, right? Fucking beautiful, honestly. It is fucking beautiful, dude. All right, so potential last targets. So our options, I think, are coming back down and sort of consolidating down here, maybe. We can consolidate here. I don't think that's very likely, but it could happen. Or we could make a run on bottom of this, or 402250, and then reject pretty significantly from there. Let's see. Oh, what's that? Is that 402250? Ah, look at that. 402250. That's beautiful too. How much time we got left? Dude, it's only 3:35. Wow. All right. 4024 is the top of that. Then what do we have? A whole bunch of mess that we don't want to get into today. Dude, look at this day, though. Oh, my God. I would have, if I just went with my 930 play. 3969, something like that. Let's say I get in at the gap. 3971. That's 50 handles, guys. That's 50 handles. 50 handles is $2,500 per contract. All right. Next, I think we gotta take this buy side now and just wick and then head back down. But this could be enough. I mean, this is a CE of a 1 day gap. It's pretty significant, and we could save the buy side for tomorrow. But let's see. Ah, you know what that is? That little end of day macro to grab the last liquidity target of the day, 4024. Popped it. And we're done. Guys, that was a successful day. Damn. I know I take my time on these because I want to like get all my thoughts out there. I wish we could do a bunch more of these. But goddamn, that felt good, huh? All right, let's do one more day. We should be able to get through it pretty quick. Wipe these buy side targets off, and let's start by just going to 6 o'clock. Okay, so that's our new day opening gap. Oh wow, look at all these buy side targets. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's our new day opening gap. Boop, boop. Daily open gap. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Where we ended, where we started. CE there. That was a fucking beautiful day, man. That was a beautiful day. All right. Daily opening gap. Let's go to the daily. And what do we do? Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Did it just screw us? It did. Looking at the daily showed us all day. Oh no. All right, well that ruined the surprise. I had to wait. I couldn't go to 6 o'clock. Damn, now we know. But okay, let's go through it. Let's go through it just on the 5 minute. Let's just go into 5 minutes. Let's not worry about anything else. We know what happened yesterday. What we want to see overnight is we want to see it take some sell side, right? We're going to take some sell side, most likely. We're going to delete some gaps because it doesn't matter. We have some sell side targets. We're good. That gap actually matters still. And actually, that gap matters still. And actually, that gap matters still. So, we'll keep them up there. We'll keep them up there. Oops. But you know what that oops showed, Nate? It showed we were fucking right, dude. It showed we were right on our bullish bias. Damn, were we right. I was like, man, what? That's not what the candle did today. What is this big ass wick? Oh shit. It just showed us the whole day. This motherfucker. All right. So let me do something here. Let me mark out. We're gonna just do one more day real quick before I call it a night. I want to mark out this 3 o'clock, 8:30, and 9:30. So we know our major points. And we're just gonna speed through it until then. I don't know what this blue line is. I think I accidentally put something. Okay, let's speed through the overnight. It's just going through the daily opening gap. Okay, interesting. Yeah, the original bias was down. But then, you know, going into 1 hour, that's what changed it, remember? We were thinking, oh, well, that makes sense. But then a couple things, man. A couple things. Golden fib, we never got to that. And we noticed that big gap where it gapped over some fair value gaps. So it never offered buy side, right? So that's what led us to up, and damn, were we right. All right, so okay. London's coming. London is, I'm not even gonna worry about data. If data comes, it comes, whatever. We had a continuation of this run. We took the CE of that. I think London takes high and whittles down a little bit. I don't know though, because it's building up like levels of liquidity on the sell side that look ripe for the picking for like a quick and then run. But let's see. Okay, London Open grabbed buy side first. So this is good for a downward movement during London session. So let's see. We're heading down, heading down. We just grabbed one liquidity target down before it started its move up. Grabbed a high, worked its way down, grabbed the low, or grabbed a sell side liquidity, and almost tapped on that. Did we tap on? No, we didn't tap on the gap. This little gap. This little gap there is what it tapped into. And it's sort of kind of order block. Yeah, it doesn't really count. But I would say that little gap there. That's all it needed. This little baby gap. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at this, guys. It's a baby gap, right? It's a little baby gap. What is it? Like 2 ticks. But guess what it did? Hit the CE of that motherfucker and bounced right off. Hit right on the CE. 1 tick. There's only 1 tick. It couldn't slip one more point. One more point. And that wouldn't have been true anymore. It's fucking crazy, dude. All right. So we're heading up to, this was our big target, right? The CE of that wick. Remember? From the daily. That was our like big target for the next couple days. London's gonna take that out. Oh, is it? Yes, it will. There it goes. Okay. Holy. Guys, what the flip? That was 825. Okay, what happened? Is this some Russian declaring war bullshit that happened? Okay, we're at December 13th. 8. Okay, this is CPI, guys. Hold on. This is CPI day. But this is the candle before CPI. Is this the CPI release that got like national attention? Because the market moved before the numbers came out. They hit the fucking button on the algo too soon. I think this was it, huh? They fucking talked about this at like the White House press conference and shit. Anyway, CPI. Okay, so that just like fucks all of our plays, right? But let's try to predict CPI. The one that got leaked, yeah. Ridiculous. All right. They fucking. Yeah, definitely puts time. I mean, look at this. We're on the 5 minute, but let's try to like zoom out. Okay, so we swept so much buy side. We're not gonna sweep that, I don't think. Maybe we are. But yeah, the prediction here for CPI with this initial candle, we're gonna grab some sell side next. For sure, right? No. Hold on. 930 went higher. Oh my god, quite a bit higher. I don't really remember this, but that's insane. It does grab that, right? So it grabs all the way back to like forever. I can't even go that far back on a 5 minute. All right, so this day's sort of fucked, but let's see what we could play here. We would not be playing this, right? We would be sitting out. 7 BYK would be in puts right now and absolutely shitting his pants. Okay, 9:30 is next candle. So let me just see something. Okay, there's see the wick. That's interesting. You notice how this wick just sort of screws up the some of the gaps, right? I guess we still have a gap here. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, like a retrace has gotta happen, right? It's gotta grab some sell side, but we'll see how we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so we threw that gap, we came back up through the CE, through the gap, and back down, threw it up. All right, so we'd really want it to get here for a good solid push down, right? I guess we didn't. We got into that gap. Okay, so we're getting a push. Let's see how it reacts to this gap. Straight through. And then we have this massive one here. And this is probably where we bounce a little bit, maybe. Yeah, it's very hard to play this. Oh, we just come all the way back down, huh? Is that what's gonna happen? Let's check to see that gap. Okay, haven't gotten there. Let's delete this. Let's delete that. Let's put some of these gaps together. All right, so we should retrace up a little bit maybe before coming back down. Let's see where we are on this whole thing with a golden fib. Yep, that's perfect. So I would look for, at this point, CPI is done, right? Like the reverberations are happening, but we could potentially try to use traditional methods here. Now, we could hit the CE first before retracing back up there. So that's an option too, but let's see what we do. But I think a retrace back up here seems likely. Okay, no. No, it's just gonna reverse the whole thing, huh? Some BYK is doing good today. And we're heading into lunch. Alright, so this one's off the table now. That one's off the table. We came all the way back, tapped the bottom of the gap. So clean reset, right? Clean reset. So let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, so we've come up. CPI is crazy. I mean, I think you got in puts here. Still pretty good, but that's dicey there. I'm sure you would have waited though. Like that one. Wow. Imagine that. Grab puts up there. Definitely be sitting pretty. All right, let's see what lunch does. At this point, I think I might want lunch to... I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say grab lows, but I wasn't super confident in that. Yeah, we're grabbing lows. Look at that. Great. Great, great, great. Okay, so then we head back up for sure after lunch. We're really grabbing some lows here. Really grabbing them. Going back to that daily opening gap. No, this is a weekly opening gap. There's a daily here. Opening at 9:30. Yeah. Okay, we bounced off that CE there. All right, so that was one. Okay, so the morning and the lunch was basically CPI and then just retracing from that. Grabbing some lows. It's a pretty good level of lows that it grabbed. So I think, you know, our targets for the afternoon have got to be some buy side here, right? I think. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough day. But I think I mean, 40, 68, 75 seems very likely. Let's see how it handles the top of the gap. It's pretty respected. It's not just the top of the gap. We need to mark this out too. A 5-minute gap there. Bearish, obviously. I do think it still goes and gets that. It's got to do it, right? Let's keep an eye on 4 o'clock. Setting up a nice swing low to grab and then go for, maybe that's it. Maybe it's a grab at this liquidity before making a run on that at the end of the day. Let's see how it goes. Okay, it's making that run. In reverse. That looks like a box setup. Manipulation. So that would be more downside. See if it grabs those lows that I mentioned. Yep, there it is. Huh. At this point, that is a clear power 3. I think we go for lows. Lows of the day, maybe? Nope. Yeah, not doing as well today. Okay, so look, is it gonna grab it right at 4? No, it didn't. Interesting. So it hit on the first, but taken out on top next. Yeah. It's a tough one. I really expected it to grab that buy side. We got very close. So the general idea, I think, made sense. We just had this like kind of Judas swing situation here. I think I remember this. I think I got screwed on this Judas swing when it happened. I bought in the wrong move both ways. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that. Anyway, tough on these types of days because, you know, it's basically a reset. But I like how the London session went. If you notice, the London session is where we hit our nice bull target for the, you know, beginning of the week. So Just need to learn that CPI is going to be basically a reset here, right? So we reevaluate the targets in the direction of the week after this day. And playing this day is, you know, big swings, looking at big swings. So it's tough because it's not necessarily going for like a liquidity target that existed before today. It's going for liquidity targets that were generated today. So a little harder to plan out, but that was a fun session. I gotta do this every week. I mean, I think this is so beneficial for me, at least, and I hope for you guys to see it live. Fuck, I forgot. I was gonna buy and sell and see how much money we could make. Damn. Next time I'll buy and sell and see how much money we could make on it. But yeah, that was fun. I'll try to remember to keep our place maybe December 13th, or we'll just random. We'll just do more random. I like the randomness of it all. So we have to like put in the initial work takes a while. You know, if you're coming into a brand new, like imagine you come into a brand new market, right? You start trading Forex or something. You're gonna have to do that research, figure out like how it moves, where you're at, what could come next. So you put a lot of work in. But yeah, I think I like that. And you notice that, I mean, CPI sort of fucked it up, but that first day when we put a lot of work in to figure out where we're going, we hit those targets like boom, 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 boom. I mean, that would have been a killer day. Anyway, thanks for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'm addicted to charts too, man. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back on Discord, you know, always 24/7. So have a great weekend if I don't talk to you, and we'll trade again Monday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.